Do you feel like managing your team has been pulling you in 10 different directions all at once? Over the last 13 years of being a manager, I've learned that one of the most effective ways to handle stress and achieve incredible results with your team is by hiding from your employees, and it works like magic. So in this video, I'll show you why hiding from your employees every single day is gonna make you a more effective leader, and how I actually learned this magical strategy from the Harry Potter series.
You're a wizard, Harry.
So what do I mean when I say hide from employees? This strategy I'm about to show you has made a massive impact on my ability to lead great teams over the years, and if you want your employees to listen to you, respect you, and get better, this needs to be implemented daily. So how do you do that? Well, do you remember in the first Harry Potter movie when Harry received the anonymous Christmas gift that belonged to his dad at one point? He opened up the package to find that he was now in possession of his dad's extremely rare invisibility cloak, which he later found was given to him by Dumbledore. Spoilers. Man, if you haven't seen Harry Potter yet, what's wrong with you? Harry would then use this cloak through the series to sneak around and do things to help him fight you-know-who without being detected. Imagine if he didn't have this cloak. The series would have been way different. It would have been more like Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Filch's office, am I right? The ability to not be seen at certain times was instrumental to his ability to finally take down He Who Must Not Be Named. So what does that have to do with management? Well, just like Harry needed to have the ability to sometimes go undetected, for you to be an effective leader, you need to have time where you do the same. Whether that's locking yourself in your office or putting on your focus mode on your phone, you need to have unbroken time where you have no distractions. By having this time where you're hidden, you're going to be able to use this next step and fight the baddies to take down Lord Voldemort. So what's the hidden power in staying invisible and focused as a new manager, and how could it fast track your success? This may seem counterintuitive, but after I show you how to use this will level up your management abilities, not only to help you build better relationships with your team, but lead your team with confidence. So how do you do that? Well, do you remember how all throughout the Harry Potter series, Hermione seemed to disappear often? What was she doing when Ron and Harry were goofing around getting into trouble? Hermione was usually studying in the library or in the common room, but she wasn't studying just for the sake of it. She was preparing for the challenges ahead, learning spells, brewing potions, and understanding complex concepts that others overlooked. From learning how to brew the Polyjuice potion to fixing Harry's glasses, most importantly, knowing about Horcruxes and how they worked, the time spent in the library learning new things and planning what to do next had a huge impact on the gang's success. What if this same kind of preparation could set you apart as a manager? Many managers fall into the trap of constantly reacting to problems as they arise, putting out fires all day long. This cycle of chaos not only leads to burnout, but also prevents you from leading effectively. But there's a better way, inspired by Hermione's approach. Here's how you can channel your inner Hermione during your focus time. Number 1. Reflect. Start by reviewing your team's performance. What's working, what's not. Number 2, prioritize. Identify the top 1 to 2 areas where you can make the biggest impact today. And number 3, strategize. Plan specific actions to address those areas, like coaching team members or improving workflows. Treat this planning time as your own library session. This is where great leadership starts. That dedicated time to hide and switch on your focus mode is when you can tackle your most impactful work. By taking this time to reflect and strategize, you'll know exactly where your team needs support and how you can help them improve. Now, you may be wondering, if I'm dedicating so much time to focus, how do I stay connected with my team? Listen, if you're doing too much focus time, yes, you will absolutely wreck your team's morale. That's why using what I'm about to show you is my final secret to being a stress-free and highly effective manager. So how do we do that? Well, do you remember how Ron was always giving Hermione grief for basically being a nerd and always being lost in her books? Well, that's gonna happen when you have people like Ron on your team who are, well, just a little lazy. But the thing is, imagine if Hermione didn't spend all that time in the library. Literally, the whole series would have ended in the Sorcerer's Stone because the team would have been defeated by a locked door. If she didn't know the Alohomora spell, the team would have never been able to hide from Filch in the room with Fluffy, learn about the trapdoor under Fluffy's feet, and Volda... I mean, you know who would have been able to find the Sorcerer's Stone and be able to make the elixir of life? More like Harry Potter and the fumbling of the Sorcerer's Stone, am I right? It was Hermione's balance between studying and putting her knowledge into practice that made all the difference. So, how can you balance your focus time as a manager? Well, it's simple. I found this balance after learning a management practice called Umbwa. And no, I didn't just speak goblin gobbledygook. Umbwa stands for management by wandering around. I dedicate specific time to be fully available for my team, answering questions, offering guidance, and providing support. This presence shows them that I'm approachable and invested in their success, which boosts morale and builds trust. In addition to these open check-ins, I schedule one-on-one meetings with my employees. These private sessions allow me to address the weaknesses I've identified during my focus time and coach them towards improvement. By addressing these concerns and helping them with their most pressing challenges, you not only help them grow, but you create a stronger sense of comfort and trust in your leadership. Now that you've seen how focus time can transform your leadership and defeat evil witches and wizards, what is the final step to being a highly productive manager? Without this crucial step, you'll never unlock your full potential as a manager. Stephen Bartlett calls these 5 counterintuitive steps the key to achieving results, without having to chase them. So click this video next and I'll show you his exact system for achieving anything you want as a manager and how it's going to make you more money.